Hi, today we're going to learn about the juniper, the magnolia, and the Staghorn Fern. And we're going to look around at the plants and check in on the garden too, the veggie garden. So join me. Here we go. Hi, welcome to Growing Crazy with Jeanette. I'm Jeanette, and I'm crazy. So today I thought we'd learn a little bit about some certain plants. The juniper and the air plant and the magnolia and the Staghorn Fern. So let's look at them and see. Check in on everything too. Whisper is doing well, my jade plant. Can't believe all this new growth. All the light green is new growth. So there's quite a bit. I have a bird and a nest in it. It looks so cute. And I have little decorative embellishments on it too. Little butterflies and stars. I dressed my plant up. It's a nice bonsai that way. Nobody else's jade bonsai looks quite like that. And I like the little driftwood piece that I have in here with the footsteps on it. I think that's cute. A little bit of copper dresses it up just nicely. This plant, this snake plant right here, Josephine, belonged to my great-grandmother. This plant is over 50 years old. It's amazing. But it got pretty tall. Then, of course, there are the new ones like this. This is Eva. This is a new one. And then this is another one that's new. It's finally taking off. This is Suki. She has not grown any of these things yet, the baby plants. But she will. She just has to grow a little bit longer. She's young. And then I had to trim back Scotty P, my ficus, because he had lots of new growth. He had probably like that much new growth. But I want him to get bushier and thicker, so I had to cut him back. Because his base doesn't match the tree. It's so awkward. It's okay. I'll get him to be thicker. My friend left me this plant anyway, so it's in his memory. Let's see the roots on this one. Oh, I gotta add some water. The roots are coming out of the water. But yeah, instead of dirt, we have a water plant. And of course, all my stuff for watering and planting things. I'm all prepared for when I have the redbuds out of the fridge, which I could show you right now. Right here, we have a bunch of baby redbuds in peat moss. The seeds are in there, and they are just germinating. They will keep soaking in there for 90 days. In August 2nd, I can finally take them out of the fridge and plant them, which is nice. This guy's doing well. He doesn't need any water. Just got some rocks in the bottom there. Yet another way to do a water plant. The ivy on this one is doing well. That's good. I left a little sprig when I transplanted it. It also has a pachysandra way back here. It's actually growing. Right there, you can see it. That's good. And also the fern, Staghorn Fern, is doing well. He's got all these baby fronds growing. This one's getting humongous. In no time at all, it'll be full grown. These plants are epiphytes. They do not grow naturally in soil. Rather, they anchor themselves to trees. This one is actually in peat moss. And it says they do not harm the wood. Native to Australia, Asia, Africa, and they're considered difficult to grow, but their uniqueness appeals to many. It's normal for the shield fronds to turn brown and dry up. This provides insulation. So, that's all about the Staghorn Fern, which is humongous. Look at how big this plant is. It's way bigger than my hand. And there's a whole bunch of them. Love this plant. It's so neat. Then over here, we have my magnolia cutting. This is Felix. Right here. He's tied up right now because I need him to fit in his CO2 dome so that he will root. But he does have some new growth down here, which is promising, but he's not a full-grown magnolia quite yet. I love his base. It's perfect. He's a good prospective bonsai. I like the way he is. He's the best cutting I've taken off the magnolia so far. It's named for French botanist Pierre Magnol, and it's an ancient genus, appearing before bees evolved. The flowers are theorized to have evolved to encourage pollination by beetles. Some magnolia date back 95 million years ago. They're said to deal with themes of reconciliation and forgiveness. Magnolia supplements or teas are used for weight loss, problems with digestion, constipation, inflammation, anxiety, stress, depression, fever, headache, stroke, and asthma. Wow, that's a lot. But the flower itself can be used for stuffy nose, runny nose, common cold, sinus pain, headache, and hay fever. So I didn't know all that. That's pretty neat to know. Yep. And then this is one of my Fukien Tea. I had two, but the one Lola didn't make it. I don't know what happened to her. She just died. Maybe it was the end of her life. Maybe she just reached it. But yes, that's my Fukien Tea Shenley. This is my sad little begonia that got really, really tall and grew up out of the terrarium because it didn't want to be a terrarium plant. But not before it killed half of my other plant in here. See how that's only a half? The leaves from the bottom of the begonia crowded it. So that was a fail. That's okay though. Then down here, we've got forsythia that I'm also rooting under a dome. And we've got a blue spruce who hasn't done anything yet because he's still in a dome of plastic as well, just a different type of plastic. So in a couple of months, in about another month, all of these will be out of the plastic and not so hard to look at. Lulu is doing well. I'm so happy this one came back. She's got the coolest tree trunk. And then this is Pinocchio, my Pinoak. Get it? Pinocchio. Ha ha. I like that. I'm a dork. I know. This is another Pinoak. This one's Frederick because Pinocchio is only one person. Or I'd name it all Pinocchio. Then this is my Juniper. I just got General So is the name. I used to have a Sharpei named General So, but now I have a Juniper named General So because it's a good name. They originated in Japan. The art of bonsai goes back 1,000 years. They're prized for their hardiness, distinctive foliage, and ability to withstand harsh conditions. It's related to conifers like the blue spruce, which is interesting because I have a blue spruce right here, Charlie. Charlie, meet General So. They produce the juniper berries, and they symbolize strength, longevity, and resilience. They can live for several decades, with some lasting for several generations and passed down as an inherited thing, as an heirloom. The most popular bonsai chosen overall, because everybody likes them. Everyone associates juniper with bonsai. When somebody says bonsai, that's the one you think of if you're most people. So down here we've got the air plant. Still looking really good. I love this thing. Let me take this out of here and let you see it. Look at how different this plant is. It's amazing looking. It's got little curlicues and it's just so cool looking. It's like an alien or something. So cool. And of course we've got the burro's tail, and I have that little wedding veil bush in here. And I don't know if that one's going to root or not, but we're trying, so why not? And I've got a couple more down here. These are my blueberry bush, Esme, and Sid and Nancy, the terrarium plant, and fern in the back. But we should go outside and check on the garden. Looks a little like rain today. First I gotta show you, look at all these flowers. So cool. They're just little baby pincushion daisies. Oh, it's starting to rain. That's good. I love this fountain. Palmer Cortland here is turning yellow. He got too much water because it rained. And I forgot to move his base out of here, like underneath this eave. So that's what I'm going to have to do. Ooh, pretty. Here's a rose. That's very pretty. We have more roses over there, but they're not the same kind. They're not as pretty. I like this pink one better, the variegated one. And then here we go. We have baby raspberries everywhere. Look at them, aren't they so cute? They're everywhere. Here's more. So yeah, really soon we're going to have a lot of raspberries. Yum. Nature's candy. The garden was started, the veggie garden was started late. So I'm not sure if we're going to have any plants that come to fruition. But we're going to find out. Ooh, this is a good sign. My 1P plant has a flower. Can you see that? Right there, there's a flower. Maybe if I go down in here, you can see it better. There's the flower. And this one is about to flower. It has little flowers growing. That's great. Oh, they all have flowers. These two do too. If I get in here correctly, do you see? And this one. This one has a flower too. Right there. Okay, so they're not doing as badly as I thought. And then down here we've got some broccoli growing. A whole bunch of it. Back there we've got 2 types of sweet corn growing. Hopefully they'll be knee-high by the 4th of July, and then we will have corn if they're on time enough, because I started everything late. The potatoes are doing fantastic though. Those we will have. And there's a little hatch at the bottom that you open up, and that's where you get the potatoes out. It's pretty cool. I love this. I wonder what this is. I'm going to have to find out and get back to you on that. I don't know what this bush is, but I love it. It's so pretty. Well, that's about it for today. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, like and subscribe. I can always use it. So, you have a good day, and remember, I love you. Bye.